Hi everybody. So in this video, we're going to look at finding the equation of a circle using 3 points that lie along the circumference. So in our first example, we're told that the points A at -10 and 2, B at 8 and 14, and C -2 and -10 all lie along this circumference. And then for part A, we've been asked to show that AB is perpendicular to AC. So if we draw in the chord AB and the chord A to C, what this is telling us is that the angle between the two chords, this angle here, is a right angle. And to show that these two chords are perpendicular, we can use the property of perpendicular gradients, where the gradient of A to B multiplied by the gradient of A to C will equal -1. So what we'll do then is we'll use the coordinates of these endpoints to find the gradient of each of these chords. So the gradient of A to B will be the change in y, so between 14 to 2 is 12, divided by the change in x, between 8 and -10 is 18, and this will give us 2/3. The gradient of A to C will be the change in y, between 2 to -10 gives us -12, and the change in x between -10 to -2 is +8. And we can simplify this fraction, and we get -3/2. And when you multiply 2/3 by -3/2, we do get -1. So it's proven that the two chords are perpendicular. For part B, work out the equation of a circle C. So to work out its equation, we need the centre and we need the radius. Now we can work out the centre because we know from a previous video that the perpendicular bisectors of each chord will intersect at the centre of a circle. So all we need to do is to find the equation of each of these perpendicular bisectors. So if we begin by looking at the perpendicular bisector of a chord A to B, we know this is a right angle. We'll call this line L1. We can use the standard equation of a straight line. So m lots of x minus x1 will equal y minus y1. Now to use this equation, we need the gradient, which is the negative reciprocal of 2/3, and we need a point on the line. We can work out a point on the line by working out the midpoint of this line segment. So we'll work out the average x value, so -10 at 8 is -2. We'll divide that by 2, and we get -1. And the average y value will be the 2 at the 14, 16, divided by 2, will give us 8. And now we can substitute all of this into our equation. So the gradient is going to be the negative reciprocal of 2/3, because it's perpendicular to the line segment. So -3/2, lots of x minus x1, and minus the -1 becomes +1, will equal y minus the 8. We can tidy this up by expanding out the brackets and moving this 2 to the right hand side. So we get -3x minus 3 will equal 2y minus 16. Now we'll make y the subject by moving the -16 to the left hand side and dividing everything by 2. So we get -3x plus 13 divided by 2 will equal y. So that's the equation of line L1. Now we need to go through the same process to work out the equation of line L2. So again, we're going to need to work out a point on this line L2, which is the midpoint of this chord. So we'll work out the average x value. So -10 take away 2 divided by 2 gives us -6. And the average y value, 2 take away 10 divided by 2, gives us -4. So we'll substitute these coordinates, and the gradient of line L2, we know the gradient of line L2 will be the negative reciprocal of this chord. This will be 2/3 multiplied by x plus 6 will equal y plus 4. So all I've done, I've substituted these two values in for x1 and x2. We'll expand out the brackets and move the division of 3 to the right hand side. So 2x plus 12 will equal 3y, also plus 12. We can see this positive 12 will cancel, so y will equal 2x over 3. And we can see the centres where the two lines cross. So we'll solve the equation involving the two lines. So 2x over 3 will equal negative 3x plus 13 over 2. We'll move this 3 to the right hand side, this 2 to the left hand side. So 4x will equal negative 9x plus 39. 13x will equal 39. X will equal 3. And then we can substitute this 3 back into the equation of a line, and this will give us y equals 2. What this tells us is that the centre is at the point 3 and 2. And I'll mark this on our diagram. Okay, so the next point is we need to find the radius of our circle. If we create a right angled triangle between the centre and point B, then we can use Pythagoras' theorem to work out this length. So we know the base will be between the 3 and the 8, which is 5. The height will be between the 2 and the 14, which we know is 12. So the radius will be 5 squared plus 12 squared square rooted, which gives us 13. So now we know the equation of a circle will be x minus 3 squared plus y minus 2 squared equals 13 squared, 169. Okay?